Hello everyone, I am Venkatamith Una, 20 BCE 1222. Very excited to explain about IEEE standards. So in general, do you know what is meant by IEEE? IEEE is the world's largest technical professional organization dedicated to advanced technology for the benefit of humanity. IEEE and its members inspire a global community through its highly cited publications, conferences, technology standards, and professional educational activities. Mission statement: IEEE core purpose is to foster technological innovation and excellence for the benefit of humanity. Stands of the Institute: India Institute of Electrical, Electronics and Engineering is a procedure pronounced as IEEE. The IEEE is a professional associated develops, defines and reviews the electronics, the computer science standards. What is the purpose of IEEE standards? Let's take a scenario. First, suppose you are using a USB controller and for the phone to charge the phone and transfer the data. Each phone has the same USB connector. You do not different connectors for the same phone. All phones are same Wi-Fi. They all are able to connect them with the same seamless, and you are able to charge the headset without any change of the SIM card. All these are possible as they are standard to work with the different manufacturers. These IEEE standards are helpful in making the common set of rules for the users, manufacturer, design, tester and etc. So this is the IEEE logo. The IEEE stands for Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. IEEE was founded on 1st January 1963. So let's also discuss some of the important IEEE standards. Firstly, it is the 802.3 Ethernet. Ethernet was a set of technology and protocols that are primarily in LANs. 802.11 Wireless LAN. Wireless LAN is an evolving family of specification for wireless local area networks. 802.15 the Personal Area Network, popularly known as PAN. 802.5 is more commonly known as Bluetooth. Is low data rate, a low power wireless networking standard aimed at replacing cables between the low weight devices. 802.16 the broadband wireless. The IEEE 802.16 is responsible for specifying and describing the air interface for the broadband wireless BWS system for the fixed mobile users. So today let's discuss how wireless LAN 802.11 works. So you will be having a question right now. What does IEEE 802.11 stand for and what does it mean? So let's discuss that. 802.11 refers to a set of standards and that define communication for wireless LANs, wireless local area networks and WLANs. The technology behind 802.11 is branded to be customers as Wi-Fi. As the name implies, 802.11 is overseen by the IEEE, specifically by the IEEE LAN or MAN Standard Committee. IEEE 802. The current version of the standard is IEEE 802.11 2007. In other words, IEEE 802.11 is a set of technical guidelines for the implementing Wi-Fi selling products under the trademark is overseen by industry trade associated by the name of Wi-Fi Alliance. IEEE 802.11 has its root from a 1985 decision by the US Federal Commission for the Communications that opened up the ISM band unlicensed use. The standard was formally released in 1997. That originally standard was called as IEEE 802.11 1997 and is now an obsolete. It's common to hear people referring at 802.1 standards or 802.1 family of standards. However, to be more precise, there is only one standard 802.1 2007. But many amendments, common amendments include 802.11a, 802.11b, 802.11g, and to 802.11n. So you would be thinking, how does 802.11 IEEE really work? So let's discuss that. 802.11 refers to the set of standards that define communication for wireless LANs, wireless local area networks, or wireless WLANs. The technology behind 802.11 is branded to customer as Wi-Fi. As the name implies, 802.11 is overseen by IEEE, specifically the IEEE LAN or IEEE MAN standard 802. The current version of IEEE is 802.11 2007. The IEEE 802.11 is used in the most home office network to allow laptops, printers, smartphones and other devices to communicate with each other and access the internet without connecting wires. So let's discuss the architecture, the most important of the IEEE 802.11. So what is the architecture of 802.11 IEEE? The stations, STA. The station comprises of all devices and equipments that are connected to wireless LAN. A station can be of two types: wireless access point WAP. WAPC or simply access point AP are generally wireless routers that form base station or access, client or outstation, workstation, computers, laptops, printers, smartphones, and etc. Each station has a wireless network interface controller. Basics. Next comes basic service set, BSS. A basic service set is a group of stations communicating at the physical level layer. BSS can be of two categories depending upon the mode of operation. Infrastructure BSS. Here the devices communicate with device through access point. Independent BSS. Here the devices communicate to peer-to-peer basis to an ADHOC manner. ad hoc manner in general. Extended service set, ESS. It is a set of all connected BSS, the distribution system. It is an access point in ESS. It connects all the access points in the ESS. Here is a diagram representing how the distribution system actually is. It is the extended service set. Here is the BSS, AP and STA, and this is how it looks. So let's now move into the frame format of IEEE 802.1. So getting started with frame format, the first thing we get to know is the frame control. It is a 2-bit starting field composed of 11 subfields. It contains control information for the frame. Duration, it is a 2-bit field that specifies the time period for which frame and acknowledgement occupy the channel. Address field, there are 6 address fields containing address of source, intermediate destination and final endpoint respectively. Sequence, it is a 2-bit field that stores the frame numbers. Data, this is a variable size field that carries the data from the upper layers. Maximum size of the data is 2312 bytes. Check sequence, and this is the final and the most important also. It is a 4-bit type field containing error detection information. This is a representation of frame format. The 2 bytes of frame control, 2 bytes of duration, 6 bytes of address, 6 bytes of address 2, 6 bytes of address 3, and followed by 2 bytes of sequence, 0 to 2312 bytes of maximum and 0 of minimum bytes of data, and finally the 4 bytes of check sequence. Let's also discuss some of the features of IEEE 802.11. The features of IEEE 802.11 is it gives 1 or 2 Mbps per second in the transmission of 2.4 GHz band. It supports network management services. It is an asynchronous communication. The transmission rate is 1 or 2 Mbps per second. It provides the time-bounded delivery services. It gives the continuity services within the extended areas via distribution or systems such as Ethernet. It gives multitask as well as broadcast services. It supports the asynchronous communications. It supports the multiple priority levels. It supports both time crucial. Over-the-air interface between two wireless clients or between two wireless clients, a post station. It also provides the authentication and registration services. With this, we complete the features. So now let's get into the most important topic. What are the advantages? So you will be having a question in your mind right now. So with all this, can we make something? Or can we classify what are the advantages and disadvantages? Yeah, we can do that. So let's get into that. Let's get into the advantages of the IEEE. One of the most important advantages, it is very easy to install, and next, it has higher frequency range. It has an efficient coding technique. IEEE has reduced wiring expenses. It is less cost effective and simultaneously used for equipment. It is an unlicensed part of the radio spectrum. With this, we complete the advantages. Now let's get into the disadvantages. The few of the most important few disadvantages of IEEE 802.11 are, it has traffic disturbances. The disturbances are really very disadvantageous. Network security and the maintenance needed to stay secured. It is required periodic maintenance. Data transmitted over radio waves can be captured by Wi-Fi and ready devices in area. It has unauthorized users, so that is very disadvantageous to be prone for some threats. Frame spooning and session hijacking. So these all leads to many disadvantages, as this is very unauthorized access and we get hijacked easily. So with this, we complete the advantages and disadvantages. So now let's get into some of the standards of IEEE 802.11. They are 802.11a, 802.11b, 802.11e, 802.11g, 802.11i, 802.11k, 802.11n. So you would be fascinating, what all are this? Why all are we discussing about this? So don't worry, let's discuss them well. What is 802.11a? Operates in the 5 GHz in the frequency range of 5.125 to 5.85 GHz, the maximum of 54 Mbps signaling rate. The 5 GHz frequency band isn't covered at the 2.4 GHz frequency because it offers significantly more channels than 802.1b. Is used by few applications. It has a shorter range than 802.11g, is actually never than 802.11b, and is not capable with 802.11b. So you'll be fascinating. What is 802.11b is actual? Okay, let's get into that. What is 802.11b? Operates in 2.4 GHz industrial scientific medical band, provides a bandwidth of 2.4 to 2.4835 GHz and provides signaling rate up to 11 Mbps. This is a commonly used frequency. Microwave ovens, cordless phones, medical and scientific equipment as well as Bluetooth devices all work within the 2.4 GHz ISM band. Let's discuss what is 802.11e. Rated by the IEEE in the late September 2005, the IEEE 802.11e, the quality of service specification is designed to guarantee the quality of voice and video traffic. It will be particularly important for the companies interested using Wi-Fi phones. What is 802.11g? Similar to 802.11b, this standard supports signaling rates up to 54 Mbps. This operates a heavily used 2.4 GHz ISM band, but use a small different radio technology to boost overall throughput compatible with older 802.11b. Finally, what is 802.11i? Also sometimes Wi-Fi protected access to WPA2 802.11i was rectified in 2004. WPA2 supports the 128-bit and advanced encryption standard along with 802.11x and authentication and key management features. With this, I had finished my presentation. Thank you for giving your time. This is Venkatamit W signing off 20BC. Thank you.